Why, hello there, you bastards. Now, why bastards? Funny you should ask. Well, um, yeah, so this morning I got the old nudge on my Facebook that I should get around to doing one of these vlogs again. And yeah, as I was just reading through this book quickly, I came across an example that like perfectly illustrates the situation I find myself in. Is quite insightful. I'm going to read out a little wee passage. Jack wants very much to clean out his garage, which is a total and complete mess. Besides, he's been wanting and meaning to clean it up for some time. Finally, he decides that now is the perfect time to get the job done, and after climbing into his old work clothes, he heads off with mild enthusiasm to tackle the garage. Now at this point, Jack is very much in touch with his own drive, because he knows that despite the work involved, this is definitely something he wants to do. True, part of him doesn't want to clean up the mess, but the important fact is that his desire to clean the garage is greater than his desire not to clean it, or he wouldn't be doing it in the first place. But a strange thing begins to happen as Jack arrives on the scene and surveys the incredible mess lying where his garage should be. He starts to have second thoughts about the whole matter, but he doesn't leave. Instead, he putters around, reads old magazines, plays with his old catcher's mitt, daydreams, fidgets about. At this point, Jack is starting to lose touch with his drive, but again the important point is that his desire to clean the garage is still present, because if it weren't, he would simply leave the job and do something else. He doesn't leave the job because his desire to do it is still greater than his desire not to, but he is starting to forget his own drive, and therefore he will start to alienate and project it. The projection of his drive works like this. Jack's desire to clean the garage is, as we have seen, still present. It is therefore still active, and so it constantly clamors for attention, just as hunger, for example, will constantly demand that you act upon that drive by eating something. Because the drive to clean the garage is still present and active, Jack knows in the back of his mind that somebody wants him to clean the garage, and that's precisely why he is still puttering around in it. Jack knows that somebody wants him to clean up, but his problem is that at this point he has forgotten who it is. Thus he starts to get angry and annoyed with the whole project, and as the hours drag on, he gets more and more upset with his wife. All he really needs to complete the projection, that is, to totally forget his own drive to clean the garage, is a likely candidate on whom he can hang his own projected drive. Since he knows somebody is pushing him to clean up, and that it's annoying the daylights out of him, he'd really like to find the other person who is pushing him. Enter the unsuspecting victim. Jack's wife happens by the garage, pokes her head in, and innocently asks if he has finished cleaning up. In a mild fit, Jack snaps that she should get off his back. For now he feels that not he, but his wife wants him to clean the garage. The projection is completed, for Jack's own drive now appears to come from the outside. He has projected it, put it on the other side of the fence, and from there it seems to attack him. So I just thought that was a funny little example of how a book that I'm reading at the moment relates to something I'm doing, which is vlogging. So like I've been wanting to crank out another vlog for pretty much since I cranked out the last one. But like, I don't know, with life and stuff, it's kind of semi in the way. It hasn't really happened until this morning, getting the like little nagging messages on Facebook, like where's the next vlog ends. Suddenly I'm like, well, okay, I never actually thought you bastards, but like I thought it would be a funny intro to be like, oh hey you bastards. Anyway, as soon as I thought that, I was like, oh my god, that like totally relates to this example in the book. So anyway, oh yeah, I also found that last time I was completely unstructured with my vlog, and I was gonna have way more structure in my next one. But That isn't really the case in this one. I'm actually going to do just kind of be off the cuff and random again, like I usually am. It's kind of what I do in a way. Anyway, um, so I'm almost finished my bachelor degree. Very cool. And what is my bachelor degree, by the way, for the people who don't know? Well, it's a bachelor in something called Global Business Informatics. And normally, when I explain to people what that is, I say, well, okay, I don't actually say this, but I would hypothetically say it's a little bit of a mix of a bit of social science here, and then like a little bit of business there, and like a little bit of technology here and there, and then you kind of go and like mix them all together, and then you go, there we go. Like, but I actually wrote down a slightly more concise definition this morning, which I think is cooler, and I would define it as about how people, organizations, and businesses utilize technologies and social processes to generate superior business outcomes, which actually sounds pretty cool, I think. And like I could actually do that and earn money, maybe. But and then like cease being a homeless person. Like that's an inside joke. Anyway. What was the other? Oh yeah. Okay, I'm just kind of in a my form of organizing this blog is, oh yeah, that reminds me, and then I talk about it. So some of the ideas I've had for what I will do future blogs about is like A, book reviews, B, responding to video requests such as what Michael asked, which was a discussion of the like pros and cons of swords and shotguns in Halo 2, which is one of the best first-person shooter games ever. So I will most likely do that actually in the next, well, not in the next week. I've got a few exams, but I will get to that at some point. And then, oh yeah, I kind of also plan to do a bunch of ranting about like the various silly aphorisms that I like write in my stuff. But then I also had the idea that I could actually just talk like candidly about new things that I am trying or learning, which would be less dicky in a way. But okay. So now that I have a new kind of horizon of life opening up, finishing this education and then maybe starting another one, we'll see. There's kind of like a bunch of different domains that I am interested in becoming competent in. These include entrepreneurship, real estate investing, game development, public speaking, martial arts, and then kind of yoga tantra stuff. So yeah, maybe I will like. That's kind of a large portfolio of like domains to be proficient in. But like, okay, I'm not quite sure where I'm going with this. Anyway, the point is that like when I like do them, I can be like, well, I tried this and it was good, or something along those lines. And because this video is probably getting kind of long, I will just do it.